Good morning, you sexy mofos. What's going on? Mix coming at you from Jersey again. Beautiful day. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that everyone is all right. That everyone is, on their way to work to make that cheddar, that paper, that guap. And so, I wanted to talk to you about something that I think is very important, especially in the system that we live under, and that is something that most people don't understand. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but I have effed it up, you know, once. So I have an experience as of how things work and what can work for you and how can you make this thing work for you. And what I'm talking about is credit card, debt. You know, a very wise man said, if you don't owe money to someone in the United States, you are nobody. What that means is that in the current system right now, credit is the vehicle that allows you to get the things that you want. For example, to buy a home, you need credit. To buy a car, you need credit. To buy a freaking refrigerator, you need credit. So it is all important that we are able to understand it. So some of you might go through college, and one of the things that you notice is that throughout high school and through even college, the notion of credit is never explained. But when you are exposed, basically by the time that you go into, into college, you're about 17, 18, you are able to open a credit card. And it's an instrument of debt that if you don't know how to use it, can hurt you. And that's something that no one really basically explains to you unless you had a parent or you have someone that wanted to tell you about it and explain it. But I see that most people really don't understand how to manage credit. So again, credit is nothing more than a debt instrument. So it's basically based on the notion that if I lend you $1,000, that you're gonna pay me back with interest. And so understand that if you take a credit card out, it's not free money. That money needs to be paid. So basically what happens is you go to college, you can see, and anyone that knows what I'm talking about, when you start your college, life, you're gonna see these pamphlets all over campus, in the business office, in the science office, everywhere, for applications to how to get credit. But you really don't understand. I mean, you know what it is, but you don't understand it, and that is very dangerous to get something that you don't quite understand. It's like for me to give my kids the keys to my car. They might have an idea or how to, operate a vehicle, but they don't know how to operate the vehicle. So what I'm saying is, looks like there was an accident. Someone crashed in our, RXX Acura. That sucks. Anyway, so basically, this, you people, young people get exposed to this thing and they don't know what it is. So now, basically, most people think that this is free money. And this is something that most people will tell you. It's like, oh my God, I thought that, it was free money. Because they don't understand the notion of how it works and it can hurt you. So you get it basically approved for a line of credit, which basically means that a bank is giving you an advance or a loan so that you can buy things for for things that you don't have the money for example, like books, which, as you know, can be quite expensive. And that's one of the things that you see very, prevalent in, um, in colleges, that most kids don't have the money to buy books. So anyway, you use this card or you use this line of credit to buy something. You want to be able to pay that right away. One of the things that I have done, I completely left out my credit before, so I can tell you exactly what it is. So one of the things that I would tell you is the use of credit is actually a blessing because you can actually get a lot from it. And so what I would say is, if you don't have any credit, the way that you want to open a line of credit is you will go to your bank and you will tell them that you would like to open a secure credit card. What that basically means is that you are putting the money, whether it's $500, it's $100, $250. So the bank will open a line of credit using your money as collateral, and so they will charge you interest Again, the difference is that you putting the money up, they're not putting the money. So you buy something with the card, you try to pay it right away. So the way that I would say to use this to enhance your credit is that you open this line of credit, right? Secure line. And if you have a checking account or a debit card, what you would do is you would basically buy an item, right? And then from your checking account, pay it immediately. Understand me? So that's the best way to do that. Um, and basically do that every time. Don't try to. Another thing is that there is what's called, your revolving credit, and that is that there is a correlation between how much credit, how big your credit line is, in correlation to how much of the money on the credit line you're using. So that's very important. The lower you keep that, the better. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you buy something, try to pay it right away. Don't wait. Um, it takes about 6 months, I believe, sometimes a year, for the bank to say, hey, listen, here, this person is responsible. Let's just give him a break. Let's, give him now a unsecure line of credit, which basically means that they take your deposit or the money that you put up and they give it back to you. Um, and that's that. Now you have a line of credit. Again, use the same principle. If you have it in your checking account, use the money to pay it off with the credit card and then pay the money that you use from your checking account. That way, you're able to basically, you know, get the credit experience or the credit profile to show activity. After that, what you want to do basically is that you want to open a rewards card. And what a rewards card can be a couple of things. It can be a card that gives you miles, a card that gives you cash back. Um, there is a card that I would recommend for a lot of people is the Sapphire Preferred from Chase. That was my first like credit card that it was like a big, you know what I'm saying, like a credit card. And so they basically give you X amount, and after you spend, let's say, $4,000, um, they give you about 600 and something dollars in cash back. So it's great, but credit is a discipline. You got to be able to use it and learn how to use it the right way, because if you don't use it the right way, it can hurt you, and it will hurt you. Um, so anyway, I wanted to talk about this, guys. Just give you a little bit of a view. Again, the way, if you don't have any credit, the first thing you want to do is that you want to open a secure line of credit through your bank. The way that a secure line of credit is open is that you put up the money, whether there is a minimum of 250, 500, whatever it is, you putting up the money. And so when you use the card, try to pay it right away, because you are gonna pay interest on your own money. Crazy, right? But that's how it is. Um, Keep that going. When you buy something with a credit card, you take the money right away from your checking account and pay it right away. Don't wait. So that way you're not incurring interest, because that's the thing that kills most people is the interest. Um, and so after that, basically, like I said, about 6 months, a year, the secure card will be closed, or the bank, what they will do is they will give you back your money, the deposit, and they will open a line of credit with the bank's money. Now, because you have shown that you're worthy and responsible, so that they can give you credit. After that, it's the same thing. Now what you want to do is you want to open like a card with, they have again, the Chase Sapphire, which is my first big card that I got. You have Capital One cards that are basically good starter cards, that have a rewards. Some of them have like 1.5, cash back. Some of them give you points, some of them give you miles. But you definitely want to have at least two cards. Don't get too many cards, man. Don't get unnecessary cards, because at the end of the day, what happens is that when you have too many accounts, you might lose track of which account you basically need to pay. And if you lose track, you're going to be hit with penalties. And sometimes if you basically incur too many penalties, they will close your account, and that will hurt your credit. All right, guys? Anyway, if you have, any questions, make some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Uh, this again, Mix coming at you from NJ Drive or NJ Morning Drive, right? Whatever. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. It was something quick that I was thinking about. If you have any questions, again, you can ask me. comment below and let me know what you think.